Hi Leo, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of May, as usual, I have a special tarot offer available at a sales price. And for May, it's called Sensations. If you would like to know more details about such special offer, or any other of my services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Leos, I do feel like for some of you in May, there's this suggestion of seeking out different outlets, a change of scenery. There's something here about a change of kind of the current environments and places and situations you have been dealing with. I do feel like in May there's a strong yearning for change that might be a part of the dynamic with some of you, that it's kind of pushing you to face things in your life that have not been providing you satisfaction, but you have kind of allowed certain situations to extend themselves or dragged into a point where they become they start, it's like they start to become heavy on you. They start to become a source of problems, of burdens, more than just something that is present just by the sake of being present. So what I want to say is that perhaps there are things you have not been addressing, situations you have not been properly addressing because you didn't thought they would be as relevant to the quality of your life or to the happiness and contentment and freedom you're looking for in life in general. And you're starting to see that actually little by little, detailed, like small details, small situations are actually adding quite a lot to the quality of life that you have or you don't have. And so I feel like some of you during May are being challenged to take care of those situations that are non accordance with your desires, not in alignment with what you truly desire. And some of you might be struggling to do this, either because for some of you, you have, family or relationship entanglements and expectations and demands that kind of keep you from acting the ways that you wish you could act or the ways you truly desire to act. It's like feeling that you are obligated in a way, that you're forced to play this role for the sake of the common general happiness of the whole. So it could be that this is the 10 of Cups, and it's the energy that it's the central energy for your whole month. So it will be present with you all over May. And the 10 of Cups is a very good energy because it talks about seeking out happiness, true fulfillment, contentment, achieving a point of establishment in something in your life, either being a relationship or a family situation or a job or a project or an idea, dream, whatever it is that feels like finally established. Finally, there's this happy conclusion to a situation that has been worrying some of you. So for Leos that have been dealing with worries and concerns with family or loved ones, it feels like May provides a turnaround for the situation, a positive conclusion to something that has been quite challenging, as the Five of Pentacles is what is crossing this happiness. And so the Five of Pentacles talks a lot about loss, some sort of loss. It could be emotional loss, but many times is material restraints and challenges and preoccupations, and many times is the loss of faith. Sometimes it can also indicate that there has been some challenges when it comes to the well-being of someone. So it could be health issues as well. So if you and your family have been going through a rough period, or someone you really care about has been going through something challenging, I do feel like there's this positive combination of energy and efforts. I also feel that for you will be applying, Leos, to come to resolution of things that, again, perhaps you have been not proactive. If this is about your financial circumstances, if this is about your health, if this is about the quality of your current relationships, it could be that you have not been, things have not been well, but at the same time, you have been having a hard time understanding what you could do about it, because the Five of Pentacles brings many times that sense of hopelessness, right? We feel like we are completely stripped of our powers to change anything, so we put a lot of focus and emphasis in the lack, so we bring more of the lack. And I say that perhaps this has been with you for some time, because as a past influence you also have the Three of Swords, so there's a general energy, like something you're bringing with you into May, that feels like something you have been struggling with for some time. So for many of you, it won't be something new. It would be a source of problem, or difficulty that you have been facing in the last weeks or months, and you're trying to come to terms with the situation. And I feel like some of you also will be given kind of the hint, or the information, the advice. There's something here about also outside forces kind of bringing to you, the right piece of information that you were in need of to perhaps change the whole perspective of how things have been. I do feel like this change of perspective again has to deal with, you have more power in the situation. There's more that can be done in a situation than what you are perhaps considering there to be. So the Three of Pentacles is in the foundation here, in the unconscious, what you're kind of be driven, the desires that are driving you, but you might be unaware of. So you want results, and you want things to come to fruition. You want a solid, pragmatic approach to your problems and situations, and you want, the team efforts, the efforts of yours combined with others you're working with or you are relating with to come to a good outcome. Being that you have the Six of Cups as an outcome, and going into June, I do feel like there is a general sense of many of you being able to reconcile and recover, make amends. For some of you, that this is about reconciling and making amends with someone, or with yourself, or with how a situation went. So disappointments, losses, things that didn't work out, or failures or losses when it comes to perhaps money that you didn't invest wisely, or something that you feel like it's your fault or your mistake. I do feel like you will be able to make amends or make peace with situations that in the beginning you're still quite, you're still quite giving yourself a hard time with it, because the Page of Swords, especially when it's crowning a reading, so it's a very conscious energy, visible force acting upon situations. It can be overly critical, and it can be very nitpicking. It can be very difficult to deal with the the way this Page of Swords tends to look at situations is in a way where it doesn't look at the bigger picture. It has a hard time seeing beyond mistakes or beyond faults. And when we're trying to fix something or overcome something, that's really not the right approach to have. So you will be kind of pushed to overcome perhaps your overly critical thinking, or very, like self-inflicting energies of, how you call it, guilt, or I deserve this, or my life is, you know, always seeing your life or seeing at least something in your life in a very negative lens that the Five of Pentacles brings, like the poor me or the victim mentality can be somehow still affecting how things go. But I feel like as May progresses, you will be able, with the help of this Three of Pentacles, when you get to a point of understanding how to combine again energies together, how to bring forces together instead of apart, to cooperate, create solutions, abundance, stability, prospects that are more than what you have found so far, things will get much better. And I feel like there will be this very welcoming lightness in your heart. So your heart has been heavy with Three of Swords. Some of you have been having some heartbreak, like going through some heartbreak or some disappointments, and it has taken a toll on you. And now I feel like there's a chance for something here to be lightened up, your moods to be, you know, lifted into a more positive aspiration and loving one. I also feel like some of you might, the past might hold some importance, especially in the later part of May. I feel like perhaps for some of you Leos that have been desiring something to happen that didn't in April, like perhaps you are anxious or suffering for something that it didn't happen right away in April. It could be a test. It could be that it's to happen now. In May, it could be for those of you that have been very anxious, waiting for something to work out in April. But this past energy could also just, and I'm feeling more like, is really about making amends and creating an environment, internal and outer, an environment that's more in harmony and more about peace and more about some sense of balance to be a part of the way you deal with situations. Because I also feel like some of you might be like apart from family or loved ones, and either you are apart because you are going through something, like you're fighting some sort of depression, or you're just going through problems and you don't want, you know, your loved ones to see what you're going through, or there's someone that you feel that, you know, distance from, that is going through something that you might not know what they are going through, and you end up knowing in May, and that changes again the whole critical perspective into a much more loving one, or just accepting one. It could be that either you are hiding, and this has been a message that lately has been coming across a lot for Leos, hiding your true feelings or your true, you know, internal conditioning and conditions and landscapes. It's like how you truly feel and what's really going on in your life that perhaps is not so positive, but it is what it is. And so either you are hiding or someone you care about. It could be a child, it could be a parent, it could be a sibling, you know, a friend. It's just that there's this feeling of loving someone so much, but feeling left out. Either you feel like family has left you out, or a loved one has abandoned you or left you out in the cold, or they feel this way about you. And so perhaps this all about making amends and reconciling is about this, is about two vulnerable parts of a situation coming together and acknowledging that they are each other. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.